Hello?
Pardon? Can I help you?
Look out! Oh, oh my goodness, I am very... Why did it not go bang?
Because these fireworks, they don't go bang. You have to actually craft, like, the explodey ones. What are you doing?
I am coming to rob this man's bank and get lots of diamonds so I can spend them in your shop and make you rich. But he will not talk to me, he's very stubborn.
Excuse me for a moment. Ah! Alright, I'm fine. I'm fine. Monsieur Onion, was it?
That is my name, yes?
First name Monsieur, last name...
Monsieur
Yeah.
Onion.
Yes. What if I told you that you can take money from the bank without then being hunted by the entirety of the police forever?
This would be a preferable situation that I would probably prefer.
Yes, follow me please into our meeting room. We'll have a little bit of a business conversation. You clearly are a charitable, respectable gentleman.
Yes, I am very respectable gentleman.
Yeah,
I
welcome
am
to the-
wanting to do this for good causes. This is a very nice room.
Thank you. This is
I
the
like it.
money headquarters. We're not just squatting somewhere in the middle of a mountain, mind you. Okay, so because we're both agree on the conditions, we have created this document here. This document confirms that by the 1st of August 2019, Mr. Onion or his legal representative FoxyNoTail will provide Zloy XP or...
Excuse me, my legal representative who?
FoxyNoTail, is he not?
I do not know what you're talking about. I do not understand why people seem to think I have got something to do with that silly fox. I am nothing like him. I am not him. He is not nothing to do with me. I take his name out of the book.
As you wish. There we go. Or his legal representative DaphneElaine will provide Zloy XP or his legal representative Silent Whisperer with 64 plus 64 plus 32, 160, 160 diamonds. Failure to meet these demands will result in acquisition of any and all businesses owned by Monsieur Onion in favor of the bank, here represented by Zloy XP, signed Mr. Onion.
Well, that sounds very fair to me. Basically, what you are saying is if I do not give you 160 diamonds by the beginning of next month, I am in a pickle.
I am willing to actually go ahead and not trick you out of them. And on top of that, you are getting a copy of the original contract. The bank will keep one copy, I will keep one copy, and you're getting another one.
Well, I cannot believe it. I was going to rob a bank and now I have lots of diamonds and a nice contract that is very favorable to me. Because if I get rich, then you will get rich and we will all be happy.
And that is definitely how capitalism works. This is where I turn around and laugh maniacally. So that was a trip, to say the least. What's up, everybody? My name is LoXP and welcome back to Truly Bedrock. 3 or 4 minutes into the video. Yeah, I have decided that perhaps it is enough of the shopping district for one day. FoxyNoTail or Monsieur Onion or whatever has this tendency, has that effect on me, where I don't want to do anything with him anymore. But alas, we will have to, because we have a contract now. But whatever, it's fine, I'll worry about it a month later. What I wanted to worry about today is actually working on something entirely different, but still very community oriented. Friends, welcome to the community area of the Truly Bedrock Season 1. It is very area and much community. It's not actually worse, mind you, that the Season 0 one, because that was just an entire island on which there was only my inn. This time, we actually have builds by Tizztom, more Tizztom, me, and Prowl and Lyarrah, and even TNC Cuban is over there raising his build head up. So it's actually really good, because people are participating and are working. The problem arises when they start working and they walk something like this into existence. Now, This here is already a kind of confusing thing, because this is a community storage area, meaning that it supposedly has like materials for people to borrow or just take, depending on like their situation. And I gotta admit, on one hand, why would you do that? Because the materials present are not necessarily the best available, and at this point everybody on the server is at the state where no one really needs stone, cobble, birch or anything. While on the other hand, this is a nice thing to have if you are specifically walking in the community area and want to get something done. And it's especially a nice thing to have if you want to at least pretend that we are doing something as a group. So yeah, just looking at it, it's a great build, it's a great thing, and the interiors of it are actually pretty cool. Seeing how you have like the smelteration bit, you got yourself a little sawmill sawing logs into tinier, smaller logs, you got yourself smithing tables, all that kind of stuff. But then you come out and, yeah, sadly Lyarrah and Prowl didn't exactly have an idea on what to do with the exterior there. Back then, my tavern was not there whatsoever, and neither was Tizztom's build array of pretty houses, meaning that they had literally no direction and just kind of slapped this together, which, credit where credit is due, that's a really nice mustache roof. That's a really nice mustache roof. Sadly, it doesn't have a house that's worth having it on. So yeah, it's a little bit of a disappointment. So naturally, I've been entrusted with fixing it, and we really shall. If you recall, it was actually exchange of skills with Lyarrah, because my tavern, my freelance tavern, did not have any interiors back then. But now, would you look at that? We got random shulker boxes, okay, never mind. We got the actual contrast top, we got the, the chimney lit, we got the areas, and even have rooms with, you know, paper thin walls, mind you, but the rooms are there, so I don't see why I would complain. Look, we even got double-decker beds, queen size no less. This is amazing, and honestly, I am not sarcastic when I say this. I mean it, this is a great interior, and she did great for what she had to work with. So now it's time to return the favor. And by return the favor, I mean, I'm gonna just, yeah, remove everything that she did and kinda start over. We won't be tearing apart the entire build here, mind you, but we will have to strip the mustache roof off of the facade. Alas, it deserved a better house, but we don't have a better house yet. Now, let's take a look what we got to work with here. Why is this shape? What is this supposed to... Why can't you... All you had to do is build a square! Well, a cube, technically. Why is this here? Why is this the different color than that? Just... I don't mean to drag on somebody else's build, but I can tell why they wanted me to take a look at this thing and try my hand, because yeah, it's kind of in a very sad state at the moment. And what happened here? What is it? What? Okay, I'm trying to hold it together. The worst part and the best part is that I can't even shape it into the right shape, like into the more of a square. And the reason why I want it as a more of a square, because more of a square will be easier to make into something presentable. Yeah, because it's fine if it was kind of roundish, but it's not symmetrical on any side. Not two single bits are symmetrical. Okay, this is actually symmetrical to that part, but even then it goes way different. What is this? Okay, let's not distract myself. Let's not. It's gonna be fine. We'll solve this with skills and maths and all that kind of stuffs. So let's just first and foremost decide on what we're kind of adjusting and what are we doing. First problem with this build. Compared and contrasted to this of mine, which honestly is not a not necessarily a masterpiece itself, but at the very least it produces more of a medieval vibe. It's far more broken apart by the brown, dark brown vertical lines. So we will need to break that build apart so that the clay is not so plain and not so flat. So we'll be adding definitely contrast and relief to it. Not relief, mind you, relief, like the depth. I usually avoid using the word depth because I can't pronounce it for the love of me. The part is especially very, very hard for me. Now, then, Tizztom builds. Why are they great? Because they have very intricate and interesting roofs, even though they are simple triangles. Because of the use of the bordering and the beveling of the roofs with the cobblestone, they actually look very interesting. And this one looks like a grandpa house somehow, because this is a beard and that's a mouth and those are eyes. And holy poop, I've spent way too much time watching cartoons about dwarfs and stuff. Not dwarfs, smurfs, that's the way. Alright. So we'll be breaking this apart, triangulating the roofs so that they fit better with the triangle. And we will be definitely, one more thing that I have not mentioned yet, cutting down on the windows. Not only because there's too many windows, but mostly because they are too big. The medieval style of building is generally, you don't generally think about it as having large windows, and Victorian specifically style of build does not necessarily have wide windows. Like Victorian houses might have a big window glass because it's I don't know, it's colored glasses, it's a mosaic, it's something like that. But they're usually very vertical, they're not wide. They at the very least are not wider than they are taller. So here we have a direct opposite of that, and that's why it's looking so out of place, in my personal opinion. So, gonna silk touch all of this black glass out, add some vertical stripes, and I think even that will be quite an improvement. Okay, look, that's already better. Already seen the improvement, and that's the experience that a phantom I killed dropped. Delightful. Anyway, with windows straightened and kinda thinnered, we can actually do a lot, even with the windows and the window sills. So first and foremost, I feel it's very fitting if we start and add some sort of an overhang up here as some sort of a midpoint. Not quite a roof, but a rooflet, if you will. That word is very stupid, let's never use it again. But yeah, a little bit of a rooflet down here, high rain, and we will connect it probably with the, either full blocks or fence posts to the main roof over there, which sadly will have to be very tall to connect these two together if we wanted to have the same very peaky, very sharp angle as the other builds in the area. Or even if we want this 30-degree angle that Tizztom builds have. Which again, won't fit it because this street between the tavern and the community storage area seems to be having the more, the pointier roof to it. Now what to do with the other sides is so far entirely a mystery to me. Because if that one is kind of easy to figure out, the rest of them, not so much. And it's not helped but by the fact that they are made out of materials which I do not have a lot of. And just a couple of roofs and a tiny bit of decoration later, look at that! Yeah, it kinda looks like a much bigger and bulkier and uglier house is desperately trying to hide behind this facade. But at the same time, the facade itself is looking pretty good. Alright, yeah, we'll have some trouble adapting this little diagonal roundy bit and this little whatever it is, like what is it really, into the ground design. Obviously, we can use the same trick we used on this bit here, on that particular, lighter clay segment. Basically, if we section it off with the darker color, it will look like it's its own little bit, its own little section. So that is something I can work with. Heck, this entire build is actually something I can work with. I'm quite proud of the way this looks, because it's kind of a step sideways from my general design. You see, usually whenever I do a design like that, the way it goes is there's a pillar design and there's a sideways design. In this particular case, with the talon, I actually did two vertical, one sideways between them. But here, I have to experiment and adjust to blocks I didn't place, but blocks that are necessary if I want the interiors to remain intact. So, as a result, you suddenly got this little bit in which the sideways design is actually clashed and pierced with a vertical design of it. Also, this area down here is kind of incredibly plain, and I guess I could maybe swap some of the red bricks for stairs to make it more believable. Just something for me to think about as I try and figure out the rest, because yeah, the perpendicular, the side wall right here will have to adjust, and I have no idea how. Oh, also, before I forget, if in the previous clip you heard this little kind of sound in the background, that's my cat. It decided to lay down behind my microphone and purr. In fact, she's still going, so sorry about that. I didn't have the heart to tell her to go away. Now look, we just turn around. This is actually really nice. So far so good, so far so good. We turn a corner, and that's where the trouble begins. Yeah, this little whitened bit, it either needs to be taller or smaller, and I don't think I have it in me to make it taller. So, whoops. Another option is to actually have a slopey roof, and by slopey I don't just mean, you know, terribly made. No, I actually mean like a slope going from that spot diagonally down here. But then, mind you, adjusting another triangle on top of this one, meaning that this side will be dealing with the long side of the roofs and kind of just being a tiny bit more plain about it. But really, this side is such a disaster when it comes to this particular area that I don't know what to even expect. I genuinely might need to take like a short trip to the Mesa to fill in on that particular color of terracotta, and also I might need to go and grab myself enough bricks to just make this into a straight corner. Because this gradual bendy bit is just infuriating to me. I don't know, I'm about to lose my mind just staring at it. I have no idea why it has to be here. But anyway, right now the problem area is ultimately this. And I don't know what to do. This bit comes out in front, and if we remove this particular slope all the way here, then this vertical bit will not really look as good. Not at all, actually. So this is a dilemma, and this is at the same time a puzzle, and I love it because I'm up for a challenge, but at the same time what am I even doing with this build? I have no idea. I'm genuinely losing my mind slowly. You know what? Let's try and put a balcony up there. Why not? Well, it is now one update and one night later, I am on so many teas right now, on so many cups of tea. It's the same type of tea, but you know, it's the same cup too, but it's several cups later. And you know what? Yeah, that's kind of sums it up. I don't know what to do with this side, and I don't know what to do with that other side, but I did cut off the rounding down bits and made it into actual, you know, right angle, the 90-degree one. So you know what? I don't know. I don't care anymore. Butts to it. Butts to everything. I'm doing another front. Another type of roof. This exact angle, mind you. I'm not bothered. I'm not making a different angle for this. But I am making it 2 blocks higher than that bottom line. And also the middle point I'm centering on this. Because I'm just that done with everything. We're centering it, and then we'll figure out the rest of the facade down here. Because is my, like, the gist of it. The reasoning behind it is because. And after the because is figured out, that's when I'll be bothering to sort it all out. Here's my dark oak. Let's put it into enormous amount of stairs. And let's put this thing together. Holy poop, I am so sad right now that I don't have like a replay mode of sorts for this. Now that the update is out, do we already have that mod for the this? I wonder. I am a genius, and don't you ever doubt me again. I have no idea who I was talking to. I'm pretty sure that my own audience is actually not doubting my ability to build a very basic roof. Look at it! It's actually really good in my personal opinion. Now, the other side of it is not entirely completed, but it's just mirroring job, so I will have no trouble doing that. Only really difficult bit is making this this side of it, this wall here, less flat, which actually we know the solution to. We know exactly how to do that. Make it less flat. That's it. That's the key. Incorporating the central roof and non-central one over around here will be a much more difficult task. But really, we already did the design elements necessary to make a very plain wall into a non-plain one. So I honestly do not see how that side is going to be a problem. It so isn't. Hi, Enderman. Yes, hello. Come over. I'm gonna. There you go. Thank you for your grass block. I do not want it. Okay, yeah. This is not gonna be a problem whatsoever. Just gotta expand the roof entirely the way it needs to be, and add some, you know, vertical lines to break this up. Move a bit of this wall forwards, well, outwards, well, okay, towards me standing here at the moment. And yeah, we'll be done. We'll be great. Everything is gonna work out perfectly fine, and I shall be forever praised as the person who fixed the community storage built-in. This video is gonna be titled something like "Slowly Going Insane as I Try to Build a Minecraft House." Because this is basically the process now. So, to recap, this is what the front that most people will probably see as they come strolling down the street. We'll see, yeah. And then, if I waste my last rocket, this side is the one that is like looking the nicest, honestly. This facade is just the best. But then you go out here, and yeah, this is actually really cool looking too, in my personal opinion. Just has that interest to it, a spark of some sort. Still gotta put in a wall up there, mind you. But it's just spruce planks. I'll be fine. It's not complicated. The problem, of course, starts out here, but honestly, right now, this is the outer limit of the town, and I seriously don't feel like working on it, so I'll just leave it be for now, especially since not many people are going to see this. And also because, well, I'm utterly and properly tired of this. Just tired of this building, and I don't want to see it ever. So naturally, next time we probably will be working on it. Naturally, the next time we will probably be working some more in the community area, simply because this place needs some love at the moment. And if I'm not gonna give it to it, then who, really? Tizztom? Yeah, probably Tizztom. Or, what's his face? Zap. Zap is the person who built that. I did not forget his name, I forgot exactly who built that one. My point is, we need to create more stuff for the community area to do, and we need, of course, more builds to prettify it. And the builds we already have need to be connected more better, so I might call up Tizztom, because look at this. The houses he built are great, but the terramorphing he did around it is actually very subtle and very good. So I want some of that, but everywhere, and functional, and super cool. So yeah, this is something for me to do on the side. For now though, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been SlackLizard. This has been... Yeah. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.